Russell Stratton, Leadership Champion at Blue Gem Learning, working with companies just like yours to transform average bosses into great leaders and help them facilitate an improvement in performance at both team and individual level. In previous vlogs, I've talked about performance management and performance assessment. And what I wanted to talk about today was looking at managing performance, but at more of an organisational level rather than an individual level. Now, with one of my clients, we were looking at how he could measure performance in his business as a whole, and going beyond simply looking at the bottom line. Now, don't get me wrong, measuring the bottom line and seeing what his profits are and improving those profits is important, but he was keen to make sure that he captured the full picture and not been too narrow in his thinking. So I introduced him to the idea of the Balanced Scorecard. And some of you will remember this, back in the mid-90s, Kaplan and Norton came up with a different way of looking at organisational performance called the Balanced Scorecard, and it focused on 4 main areas. So we're going to look at 2 of those today. So the first one that we're going to pick up on is thinking about financial. So this is often the traditional way that we view performance in an organisation. And the sort of things I was talking to our client about was, are we looking at profit and loss? Are we looking at return on investment? So if we look at those 2 just in a little bit more detail. So profit and loss, looking very simply about, are his sales exceeding the amount of money that he's spending on his expenses? So if it's costing him more to bring in his supplies and pay his overheads, such as rental for premises and staffing costs, and he's not turning over the money in terms of sales to his customers, then there's an issue. Obviously, if his sales are exceeding the overheads, then everything's in the garden is rosy and he's in a good position. So this is only one area that perhaps he should be focusing on. The second one we wanted to look at was, what about the people that he's working with? So here, it's about him thinking about what level of development does he have for the people working in his retail business. How good are they at things such as customer service? How well trained are they in understanding the products that they're selling in the store? So if a customer comes in and says, I'd like to buy X, what would this be like in this situation? They're able to give the customer a valid opinion that's going to help them make that buying decision. Not simply say, yes, buy it, but actually have some knowledge behind it that helps the customer make the right choice. How well committed are those people to the business? Are they simply coming there because he pays them a wage? And if somebody paid them $1 an hour more, they're going to go and leave? Or are they committed to what his business is about and want to work there and want to grow? So by using the Balanced Scorecard in these 2 areas, it allows him to put in place metrics that measure both the financial performance of the business and also how his people are doing in terms of their development, in terms of their attitude and their level of engagement. And let's not forget that an engaged and well-developed team is going to impact positively on the bottom line. In the next vlog, we're going to look at the next 2 areas of the Balanced Scorecard. So if you've enjoyed this material, please feel free to share it with your colleagues. Please feel free to comment below and I will respond to your comments. Otherwise, interested in what we do, think about how I could help your business, then go to bluegemlearning.com and let's see if we can book an appointment.